Shalom. All praises, honor, and glory going to Yahweh, by Hashem Yahweh Shai, by Hashem Krakodash. Double honors to the elders and apostles of Great Millstone. Salutation to all you Akim. This out here pushing this truth with all honesty and sincerity by way of the highways and byways, also by way of the internet, going out on the streets teaching and preaching. Going back to the names, Yahweh being the Heavenly Father name, all right, which means he is or he exists. By Hashem means coming in the name of, and the only begotten Son name, which is Yahweh Shai, okay, which is he saves, or he's deliverer, or he is savior, or he is the deliverer, okay. His name is not Jesus Christ, not Jesus Christos, not Yeshua, not Yehoshua, not none of that bullshit. All right, it is Yahweh Shai. You so-called Negroes, Latinos, and Native Americans are the true biblical Hebrew Israelites. This is your brother Nayak, and I'm back with another lesson. Today's lesson, here we go. Here we go with vocab again. This devil, this stalker, as the elder apostle Tahar called him in this vid, which he is. Here it is. These brothers, I believe they in England, and you got this devil who come out and always come against the men of Great Millstone. All right, the elders and apostles of Great Millstone, man. This has been going on for years, man. And now you got him that he ended up traveling across the world just to do it because, hey, man, at the end of the day, he lose sleep over this. That's why, he gaining weight, things like that. This man, he ended up flying out, just to go try to find these brothers, all right, and that's in England, man. And to go ahead and try to interrupt what they got going on, man. Here it is. These brothers was over there bringing out a beautiful lesson, and this devil came up. Which, hold on. Which, that's what happens. And the brothers had ended up calling the police on them and stuff like that. Because whenever you see this devil come up, man, it is a command that, that we're supposed to call the boys, man, because the only thing he does is just scoff. You know what I'm saying? He's just a big ass scoffer. And it's tiring, all right, to see this devil keep doing it. But we know that he's controlled by these small hats with big noses, all right? Don't specifically know who they are, what I'm saying, by name or anything, or by face. But, what I'm saying? We know it's them small hats, man. You an agent. Okay, so, we going to get in, and if y'all can, this is Elder Apostle Tahar's page right here. What is the mark? What is the 666 Mark 2 at GMS2? All right. It's Elder Apostle Tahar's page. Okay. But yeah, man, you got this dude, man. He just come out and always be scoffing and stuff like that. Trying to take the truth away from brothers because he can't imagine that the place, the kingdom, all right, that we gonna be having these other nations in captivity. And what's going on is that the Lord got his eyes completely fucking shut, and hey, man, at the end of the day, he's a heathen anyway, and I know he's praying like a motherfucker that he is a Jake, but he's not, man, and like what I said, man, it's just a real big time scoffer. I live in Cleveland, and the GMS, the brothers in GMS Cleveland, they vocab try to push and run down on them. Same things apply. Call the fucking police on this man, because this dude ain't nothing but Satan. How the fuck did you even find out where these brothers was? Like the background, like how are you able to find out where every camp even be at. You know, like just an agent, man. Just an agent. Him and this nigga Abu, whoever the fuck, you know what I'm saying? Like, man, it's tiring, man. Like what I said, it's very tiring. But I'm gonna get into some scriptures, man. And if y'all can, please go check out that video, man, on Elder Apostle Tahar page. Please do. And I believe Elder Apostle Aram Lab too. He had ended up making a lesson too up on that subject as well. Well, I got some precepts that I'm about to go ahead and bring out, because at the end of the day, this not for debating. It tell you clearly in the scriptures that we are not supposed to be debating these motherfuckers who obviously can't get it. You know you can't get it. It's not for you, and you a heathen. All right, you can't get it because the Lord don't want you to get it. All right. So I kind of want to go into a couple words, but let me go into a couple words, because here it is. I'm watching, I'm doing my study. I'm just listening to the brothers. I believe from New York too. Jacob Barak too. I was on the other elders page and stuff, and listening to the bishops. Just go over the scriptures, boom, boom. Hitting they 1-2s, and it was a beautiful lesson, man. It was like 3 hours long. I'm just listening to that while I chill out. Because sometimes spirit be on you to take like a whole bunch of notes, or sometimes the spirit be on you, to sit down and listen. Then I just scroll and I just see, I see got ran down, or Vocab just over there in a video with some brothers from England. I'm like, what the fuck? Because if you speaking the truth out in England, they trying to arrest you. That's what's going on down there. But and then what had happened was they sent the fucking woman, fucking Edomite woman, and she over there scoffing and laughing and shit. So we really gonna get into this lesson. And I ain't gonna make it too long or nothing like that, because every time, I got so many scriptures, man, when it comes to this scoffing shit or this Vocab Malone nigga, it just completely fucking gone, man. The Lord got something special for his ass, man. Promise you that. But yeah, man, he I think he said in the video that what y'all think? Like y'all really do think y'all gonna be whooping our ass for 1,000 years from planet to planet? And Elder Apostle Tahar, he had ended up pausing it, and he started laughing at it. He was like, that should be like a little lesson. And it was a little funny, because, hey, man, you devils gonna have to go into captivity. Ain't nothing you can do to get around that, man. Those who leadeth into captivity shall go into captivity. All right, if a man be found in your hands, you know what I'm saying? We gonna get into it. But first, man, I want to go ahead and get this scoffer, man. This man is like a fucking pest. What? Like, let me look up. I'm gonna look up a few words. All right, let's look up what pests mean. All right, let's look up a pest. A disease associated with something resembling a pest. All right. It says pestilence. What words they got for me? Resembling pest and destructiveness. All right. Yeah, that's all he try to do, man. He try to come up and he just bothering brothers and trying to take the word out. But through the spirit Yahweh Shem Yahweh Shah, them brothers were still out there teaching, preaching. You know what I'm saying? They kept everything solid. Everything was everything went out greatly. You know what I'm saying? And Vocab, man, just hang it up, man. You need to go home. Go home, man. need a fucking fast or something. A pest, man. Nigga's like a fucking roach or something. Let me go to this. Let's type in a scoffer. And see what a scoffer, an expression of scorn, derision, or contempt. All right, mockery. All right, don't it say they don't mock the messengers of the Most High? All right. Matter of fact, let me get that. Let me get that. So yeah, man. So it's always something. You know, you can't, man. You can't destroy this truth, man. You know, you ain't nothing you could do to destroy what Yahweh Shah got planned, man. You know, but that's what, you know, that's what his little job is, and he's gaining weight and losing fucking brain cells, man, over this. Cause he just can't imagine it, you know. And, hey, it is what it is. All right, let me put this in. I believe it's like I think it's 2 Corinthians or something. Let me see. It's a lot. Hold on, let me try to do this. Which I'm gonna go into my lesson. Just give me I just want to look up a thing or two. Yeah, man, this shit is like tiring, man. You know, when you get people like this to come up, man, you just are 2 Chronicles. I always get that wrong. This is 2 Chronicles 36 and 16. All right. And it, like what I said, man, it's tiring. It's tiring. We not out there to be trying to teach vocab. You know what I'm saying? I'm glad that them brothers handled that situation completely well, man. You know, completely well. We avoiding people that's like this, that got the spirit like this and everything, man. It's 2 Chronicles 36 and 16. It says, but they mocked the messengers of God and despised his words and missued his prophets until the wrath of the Lord arose against his people till there was no remedy. Now, I want to see in the KJV, in the NLT, what this says. Let's see what it says. But the people mocked, all right, these messengers of the Most High and despised their words. They scoffed at the prophets until Yahweh's anger could no longer be restrained and nothing can be done. All right, it's gonna come a time where all this mocking and shit, it's gonna come to mocking, gonna come to questions. All right, then you're gonna be trying to look and search out the man of the Lord. You know, because at the end of the day, through the spirit of Yahweh Shah, the elders and apostles of Great Millstone, all right, on down, who teaches the like doctrine, has 100% truth. This is a body, man. At the end of the day. All right. This is a body. All right. This is a body. And you know, you ain't part of it. You ain't part of it, nigga. All right. You ain't part of it, man. But yeah, back in the King James, it says, but they mocked the messengers of the Most High and despised his words and missued his prophets. All right. So mockery, man. Because all that shit talking gonna come to asking questions on how can you be delivered. It ain't fucking for you, man. You know? You keep on eating them fucking honey buns, hoagies, pizza. You know, every time I see this man, he got on that fucking hat. On fucking who the fuck you think you are, man? Some fucking what's fucking go gadget looking motherfucker, man. Man, like a fucking That hat, man. Every time I fucking see that hat, I throw up. You know? But the fucking hat make me mad. Damn. Same hat. Same fucking hat. I don't even know what that hat even called, man. Just some fucking old 60s fucking hat. Take that bullshit off, man. The nigga want to be a Jake so bad, you know? Let me get into this lesson, man. Get done. Get some of these precepts, all right? So, yeah, vocab alone, debate? No. At the end of the day, we have a job to do. All right? We got a job to do. This is Jeremiah 3:15. It says, and I will give you pastors according to mine heart, which shall feed you with knowledge and understanding. That's only to the Israelites. Okay? That's only to the Israelites, man. Only to the Israelites. All right? It's rain. It's raining. It's pouring out raining. You got the men of the Lord out there. They doing, you know. And then here you come. Here you come. Like, how the fuck? I'll be thinking, like, how the fuck did he find us? You know? This motherfucker, man, is wicked. Matthew 10:20, it says, for it is not ye that speak, but the spirit of your Father which speaketh in you. All right? And that's exactly what was going on with the brothers, man. The brothers were spitting that hot fire. You know? They were speaking that fire. It's Hosea chapter 12, verse 10 says, I have also spoken by the prophets, and I have multiplied visions and used similitudes by the ministry of the prophets. All right. So all these, everything that's getting made known to is to the Israelites, man. And what's going on is that he can't grasp it. He can't grasp it. This is not for every Jake to grasp. You know what I'm saying? Because 2/3 of our people gonna be cut off and die. You know, so our people not even gonna be, you know, with this. This is 1 Corinthians 3:6. It says, I have planted, Apollos watered, but God gave the increase. All right, the Most High gave the increase. Hey, look, like them brothers, they out there. They was out there. You know, they doing what they do. They you know, they go into prophecies and stuff like that. You know, all this is for the elect. All right, you know, when brothers go out there teaching and preaching, man, that's for the elect. You know, it ain't for no fucking heathens. We not out there for no fucking heathens, man. We ain't out there for you 2/3 ass niggas. I don't get it, man. I don't fucking get it. I don't get it. You know, but hey, in these days, you know, shit gonna increase. But again, 1 Corinthians 3:6, I have planted, Apollos watered, but God gave the increase. So then neither is he that planteth anything, neither is he that watereth, but God gave the increase. If you come up and you can't get it, you can't get it. That's it. You just can't get it. And then you start scoffing like, oh, well, you niggas, you know what I'm saying? Oh, I don't understand. Like, how come everybody can't be saved? Or, you know, man, and it's not for everybody. The scriptures completely tell you that. But what you try to do is you try to mix your own little shit up in there or try to intertwine stuff and it ain't working. Or you try to catch brothers that's like new, you know, brothers, you know, some brothers be newer up in the, you know, and then you go and try to fuck with them. You know, or you might, you know, it might be brothers that might be online. Hey, from online to being outside. You know? This is Luke 8:11. It says, now the parable is this. The seed is the word of the Most High. All right? So that is the word. So when you go back to this, 1 Corinthians 3:6-7, it says, I have planted, Apollos watered, but the Most High gave the increase. So then neither is he that planteth anything, neither is he that watereth, but God gave it the increase. All right? And then that's why I went to this Luke 8:11. It says, now the parable is this. The seed is the word of God. You can't get it, bro. My bad, not bro. You can't get it, devil. All right. You know, you better off, man. You better off going to ask some small hats a whole bunch of questions and question them on who the fuck they is compared to questioning us, man. You better off, cause we tell you who the fuck we is. You know, we tell you exactly who we are. You know, and you get mad at that. You get pissed. I think it's hilarious. You know, but it's tiring. You know, it says, through thy precepts I get understanding, therefore I hate every false way. You know, so you coming up with your different doctrines and shit like that. Brother's not even listening to you. The whole video, the brother's like, man, you just need to keep it on walking, man. You know, just keep it pushing. It took forever, man, for them police to show up, man. It was about like 30 minutes to an hour before they even showed up. You know, they was probably looking from a fucking distance anyway. You know, this is Isaiah chapter 28 and verse 9 says, whom shall he teach knowledge and whom shall he make to understand doctrine? Them that are weaned from the milk and drawn from the breast. I want to see what this say in the NLT. You just not part of this, man. Who does the Lord think we are? They ask, why does he speak to us like this? We are little children, just recently weaned. Okay? Showing you that you can't get this wisdom, knowledge, and understanding on your own. All right? You just can't get it. It's steps to this. It's levels to this. All right? Where you fucked up is, fat boy, is that you had ended up going to these fucking cemetery schools, man. They say seminary. You went to a fucking cemetery school and you ain't learned shit. I met, you know what's crazy? I had somebody that was fresh out of a fucking, tomorrow, this is my rabbi and shit like that. I remember I had a conversation with this dude. This was probably months ago. And it was some dude talking and, you know, I was like, it was a question being posed. He was like, boom, 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 you talking about this and that. I said, who was the covenant given to? He said the Israelites. I said, who was the second covenant promised to? The motherfucker got stuck. Showing you, man, y'all motherfuckers don't know a goddamn thing, man. You know? Every time vocab come around, you might as well say we need pest control. You might as well bring out the raid. The spiritual raid is these scriptures for his ass. You know? But at the end of the day, it's really just wise to just go ahead and call the popo on his ass. Call 12 on his ass and go ahead and get up out of there. Go ahead and get his ass up out of there, you know. Which the brothers did, man. It's Romans 11:7. It says, what then Israel have not attained, that which he seeketh for, but the election have attained it. It says, and the rest were blinded. All right, so that's I just said that not all the Israelites gonna get this. All right. It says, according as it is written, God have given them the spirit of slumber, eyes that they should not see and ears that they should not hear unto this day. It says, and David said, saith, let their table be made a snare and a trap, a stumbling block and a recompense unto them. Let their eyes be darkened that they may not see, and bow down their back always. It says, I say then, have they stumbled that they should fall? God forbid, but rather through their fall, salvation is coming to the Gentiles for to provoke them to jealousy. All right, point being in verse 10 though, let their eyes be darkened that they may not see, and bow down their back always. All right. Matter of fact, let's go into some other words. You know, let's go back to that word scoffer. Cause you got scoffers, man. Mock. Slop. It says jeer suggests what implies taunting, either good, not naturally, or in sarcastic derision implies taunting. Okay, they be going up taunting, trying to poke, trying to get at you and shit, cause he a fucking devil. That's what devils do, man. Let me go back to the scriptures. That's what these devils do. That's exactly what these devils do, man. Ain't no debating with these motherfuckers, man. We don't debate. All right, all them other fucking camps and shit like that. Like they always be like, GMS the worst camp. Yeah, all right, nigga. All right, well we'll take your ass on up the fucking block and leave us the fuck alone then. You know. And I ain't part of GMS, but I say we because, hey man, it's a body at the end of the day. You know, I teach what was taught. You know, this is the truth. The elders and apostles of Great Millstone on down has the 100% truth. What is you talking about? This shit, and if you don't believe it, like what I said, motherfucker need to walk up the block. But the thing is, somewhere in his mind, he do believe. Somewhere that motherfucker believe, because you ain't gonna keep coming up every trying to plan and seek out where motherfucker's location is, man. That's stalking. That's stalking, man. This 2 Thessalonians 2:11, it says, and for this cause God shall send them strong delusion, that they should believe a lie. See, if you fucking with Vocab alone, you gonna learn a whole bunch of lies. You ain't gonna learn nothing. You not about to learn nothing but vomit. All right, pizza vomit, dough. You ever seen a Pillsbury Doughboy? There he goes. This Isaiah chapter 6 verse 9, it says, and he said, go and tell this people, hear ye indeed, but understand not, and see ye indeed, but perceive not. It says, make the heart of this people fat, and make their ears heavy, and shut their eyes, lest they see with their eyes, and hear with their ears, and understand with their heart, and convert and be healed. All right, I'm talking about these Israelites. Then said the Lord, I, Lord, how long? And he answered, until the cities be wasted without inhabitant, and the houses without man, and the land be utterly desolate. All right, so we got a job to do at the end of the day. We ain't got to, man, our job is not to come out there, you know what I'm saying, and to be fucking holding hands. All right, and that's prophecy. This Isaiah 6:9-11, that's prophecy. Let me grab this. You know, this is what happens when you don't understand the prophecies. This is exactly what happens. You don't understand the scriptures. Yahweh Shai ain't dealing with you. You know, the men that Yahweh Shai had ended up setting up for the Israelites. All right, starting off, you know, with the elders and apostles of Great Millstone. Hey man, the prophet's not even dealing with you. All right, Jeremiah 3:15. You know, just and I don't understand how the fuck you this old, man. You know, you just keep trying. It's like I don't even know how much they paying you at this point. This 2 Ezra chapter 4 and verse 26. Then answered he me and said, the more thou searchest, the more thou shalt marvel, for the world hasteth fast to pass away, and cannot comprehend the things that are promised to the righteous in the time to come. All right, because we gonna have that kingdom. All right. It says, for this world is full of unrighteousness and infirmities. It says, but as concerning the things whereof thou askest me, I will tell thee, for the evil is sown, but the destruction thereof is not yet come. Okay. Verse 29 says, if therefore that which is sown be not turned upside down, and if the place where the evil is sown pass not away, then cannot it come that which is sown is good. This is talking about the kingdom. All right, this is talking about the kingdom. Now let me get this precept. Wait a minute. You know, oh man, you talking about having slaves and stuff. Talking about you gon', cause he trying to put it that we carnal, we not carnal. GMS, the elders and apostles, a great millstone on down, are not carnal, man. I don't know why they always try to be on that narrative. Now, when Yahweh Shem Yahweh Shah come back, you gonna get a boot in your ass. You damn right. You damn right. Do you not read? You think you talking about you a Bible scholar and all this shit? Don't you read that? That when he come back, that he gonna put it's all gonna be hell. Oh man, this 2 Peter 3:10 says, but the day of the Lord will come as a thief in the night, and in the which the heavens shall pass away with a great noise, and the elements shall melt with fervent heat. The earth also and the works that are therein shall be burned up. Seeing then that all these things shall be dissolved, what manner of persons ought ye to be in all holy conversation and godliness? Okay, verse 12, it says, looking for and hastening to the coming of the day of Yahweh Shem Yahweh Shah, wherein the heavens being on fire shall be dissolved, and the elements shall melt with fervent heat. With Fat Boy, with Big Back, he don't wanna believe that. Cause he's scared of this day. He's scared of this day. And this day is very close. All right, it says, nevertheless, we according to his promise look for a new heaven and a new earth wherein dwelleth righteousness. It says, and these are the true prophets. This is what the true prophets is looking for. He's not looking for that. He's looking for a way to destroy the prophets. It says, wherefore, beloved, seeing that ye look for such things, be diligent that ye may be found of him in peace, without spot and blameless. All right. It says, what's that scripture? Salak, hold on. I forget. I think it's Leviticus, though. Is it Leviticus? No, it's Exodus. Let me grab this right quick, y'all. This is Exodus. I'm gonna go to 15 just because I want to see what it says. This is Exodus chapter 21 verse 15. Hold on. I'm gonna go straight to the point. It says Exodus 21:16. Well, I start at 15. It says, and he that smiteth his father or his mother shall be surely put to death. It says, and he that stealeth a man and selleth him, or if he be found in his hand, he shall surely be put to death. Is we not still in these Edomites, these so-called white people hands? We still in captivity. So what that mean? That mean that when Yahweh Shem Yahweh Shah come back, these motherfuckers gonna have to go into captivity. All right? Let me grab that since I'm, It's Revelation. This is always a famous one. It's Revelation chapter 13, verse 9. Says, if any man have an ear, let him hear. He that leadeth into captivity shall go into captivity. He that killeth with the sword must be killed with the sword. Here is the patience and the faith of the saints. The saints is the Israelites. Pertaining to Psalms 50, fuck it. Might as well go ahead and get it. And these scriptures is just here, man. Oh, but what about this? And what about that? What about this, nigga? What about this, devil? This is Psalms 50:5. It says, gather my saints together unto me, those that have made a covenant with me by sacrifice. All right? By sacrifice. And we patiently waiting for this, for Yahweh Shem Yahweh Shah to come back, man. I think, is it 12? I'm going to type in 12 right quick. I know the point being in 14, I believe, but let me see. Yeah, 14. It says, he also, Psalms 148 and 14, he also exalteth the horn of his people, the praise of all his saints, even unto the children of Israel, a people near unto him. All right, praise ye the Lord. It says, praise of all his saints, even of the children of Israel, a people near unto him. Praise ye the Lord, Yahweh Shem Yahushua. Praise ye the Lord, Yahweh. All right. So, and let me grab this. Matter of fact, I can just go to the next chapter if they let me. It's loading up. Which I don't even know if I got this on deck, but it's cool. I'm just gonna read it. Psalms 149 and 1, it says, praise ye the Lord, sing unto the Lord a new song, and pray and his praise in the congregation of the saints, the Israelites. It says, let Israel rejoice in him that made him, let the children of Zion be joyful in their king. It says, let me go down a little bit. Verse 4. Psalms 149 and 4 says, for the Lord Yahweh taketh pleasure in his people. All right, showing favoritism, because he was like, oh, he said, he mentioned something about favoritism. Well, wait a minute. What's Deuteronomy 7 and 6? What's Deuteronomy 14 and 2? What's second Ezra chapter 6, verse 54 on down to 58? What's Deuteronomy 26 and 18? Man, so many scriptures, man. You know, this one in Isaiah. It's a whole bunch. It says, for the Lord, Salakia, verse 4 says, for the Lord taketh pleasure in his people, he will beautify the meek with salvation. Who is the Lord's people? It was Matthew 2 and 6. Matter of fact, let me grab that. It's Matthew chapter 2, verse 6. It says, and thou, Bethlehem, in the land of Judah, art not the least among the princes of Judah, for out of thee shall come a governor that shall rule my people Israel. All right. So let me go back. All right, verse 5, it says, let the saints be joyful in glory, let them sing aloud upon their beds. Let the high praises of the Most High be in their mouth, and a two-edged sword in their hand. It says, to execute vengeance upon the heathen and punishments upon the people, to bind their kings with chains. That's what's going to happen. All right, these heathens is going to captivity. This is what the scriptures say. It says to bind their kings with chains and their nobles with fetters of iron, to execute upon them the judgment written with honor. This honor have all his saints. Praise ye the Lord Yahweh. This scripture is beautiful, man. I wanna see what this say in the NLT. All right, in the NLT it says to bind their kings with shackles, nigga, and their leaders with iron chains. You going into captivity. Isaiah 14, 1 and 2. Isaiah 14, man, like, come on, man. You know, at this point, it's like talking to a fucking brick wall, man. That smell like fucking vomit. Let me get some more. Cause we was in that 2 Peter chapter 3 and 10 through 14, right? So let's grab this. It's 2 Ezra chapter 7. All right, in verse 6, it says, there is also another king, a city is builded and set upon a broad field and is full of good things. All right. It's talking about the kingdom. It says the entrance thereof is narrow and is set in a dangerous place to fall, like as if there were a fire on the right hand and on the left a deep water, and one only path between them both, even between the fire and the water, so small that there could but one man go there at once. All right, it says, if this city now were given unto a man for an inheritance, which are the Israelites, the kingdom, if this city, the kingdom of heaven, now were given unto a man for an inheritance, the Israelites, if he never shall pass the danger set before it, how shall he receive this inheritance? This is not talking about any other nation. Point being in verse 10. It says, and I said, it is so, Lord. Then said he unto me, even so also is Israel's portion. All right. Romans 9, which we gonna get into it. All right, because when you go back up to let me go up here. This second Ezra chapter 7, verse 3, it says, and I said, speak, oh my God. It says, then said he unto me, the sea is set in a wild place, that it might be deep and great, but put the case, the entrance were narrow and like a river. All right, just explain in a different way. Who then could go into the sea to look upon it and to rule it? If he went not through the narrow, how could he come unto the broad? There is and then so there you go, man. Because when you, like what I said, it says, and I said it so, Lord. Then said he unto me, even so also is Israel's portion. Let me grab this in the book of Ecclesiasticus, or the book of Sirach, chapter 34. All right. This Sirach, or Ecclesiasticus 34:9 says, a man that have traveled knoweth many things, and he that have much experience will declare wisdom. All right. Let me grab this. Let's go back to the blue letter. Hopefully I don't go over no hour. I'm trying to, like what I said, sometimes I'll be long-winded. But when it comes to this devil, man, you gotta lay it out. All right. This is Deuteronomy 4:27. It says, and the Lord shall scatter you among all the nations, and ye shall be left few in number among the heathen, whether the Lord Yahweh shall lead you. All right. And there ye shall be served, and there ye shall serve gods, the work of men's hands, wood and stone, which neither see nor hear nor eat nor smell. All right, our people, that's where our people into today. But if from thence thou shalt seek the Lord Yahweh thy power, thou shalt find him, if thou seek him with all thy heart and with all thy soul. It says, when thou art in tribulation, and all these things are come upon thee, even in the latter days, if thou turn to the Lord thy power, and shalt be obedient unto his voice. All right, this is talking about the Israelites, man. And I wanted, let me get this. Matter of fact, damn, I was just thinking about it too. I think it just left me. I think I got it. Trying to think. I think it was let me see if this is it. Salakia, y'all. I'm trying to think of the scripture. Damn. Trying to think which one it is, y'all. That was a good one too. Man, I can't find it, y'all. I think I'm gonna move on. I think I might move on. I think this is it. I think I might have found it, y'all. Yep. Con, let me grab this right quick. This is Romans 1. Let me go to 1 and 25. I just want to see what it says. No change. This is Romans 1 and 28. It says, and even as they did not like to retain the Most High in their knowledge, the Most High gave them over to a reprobate mind to do those things which are not convenient, being filled with all unrighteousness, fornication, wickedness, all right, covetousness, maliciousness, full of envy, murder, debate, deceit. You know, this motherfucker, what's the devil goes into deceit. What does the word deceit mean? It says debate. Let's get these words. Let's get these words right quick. Let's get these words. Let's go to the first word, debate. All right. Nobody fucking debating. Contention, strife, wrangling. All right. Contention, strife, wrangling, variance. Oh, well, I mean, maybe it's like this or no, man, it's just one truth, you fucking dummy. Deceit. Dolos. It's a dolos. Like bolo. Dolos. Craft, deceit, guile. All right. Let's look up the word. Let's look up this word. Cause that's what the devil do. He try to come in, be all slick, sly. No, man, you a fucking devil, man. Deceit. It said guile too, so we gonna get guile as well. Like what I said, I ain't gonna try to make this too long. Yeah, who cares about the fucking fruit cup community? We're under attack. Deceit, the act of causing someone to accept as true or valid what is false or invalid. You want us to accept something that's false. And that's exactly why the brothers kept on saying, move it up the fucking block. Move up, go up the motherfucking block. Go up the fucking block. A trick, an attempt, or device to deceive. Trick. All right, the quality of being dishonest. The quality. This motherfucker has a quality of being dishonest. A damn devil. The physical counterpart of Satan, man. Esau, Edom. And it's a lot of our own people, man, to be on that bullshit as well. You know? That's why I be like, man, fuck it. Select, hold on. Phone acting up. There we go. So we went to that Deuteronomy. Okay, let's grab this. Wait. If I gotta close the app, then